We took a trip to Mexico during COVID. It was great. We left Orlando with my sister, and I started rock and roll tequila partying the minute that we got to MCO. We stopped in Miami and went to Mexico, and like shots everywhere. When you get to Mexico, there's just fucking tequila there.
There's just tequila everywhere, yeah.
So like get off the plane, tequila, get outside the terminal, tequila.
All right. Let's stop saying tequila.
My family was
hanging in there, dude, but we got to stop.
Welcome to the Motherfunkler. Greetings to all our fellow Funklers.
How you guys doing, man?
Yeah. Do you wash your hands before or after you pee?
I wash my hands before and after, but it's because usually what I do is every time I take the opportunity to go to the bathroom, I put cold water on my face because I run really hot.
Okay.
Weren't expecting that fucking answer.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I usually wash, and because of that, I've lost 4 wedding rings. I've only been married a year and a month because I take off my ring to wash my hands.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why you don't have a wedding ring on right now?
That's why.
Oh,
lost
my.
another one. And it's tough because I buy them all, vintage, and they're tough to find, especially when you've gone through 4 of them in the last year and 2 months.
Are you a before or after pee guy?
I'm without a doubt an after.
Because you piss all over your hands?
Well, no, because he has to wipe his pee hole first.
Well, because I have and my dad has warned me about this many times, is that I think I wash my hands way too many times. It's like every time I think about washing my hands, I do. But I also
You're thinking about it right now.
Yeah, and I feel like I need to. but the other thing is that the minute I shake somebody's hand, and I typically don't like shaking hands.
Yeah.
But the minute I do, the only thing I'm thinking about now
is they touch their penis?
Is when are they going to leave so I can actually go into the bathroom and wash my hands.
Well, now, Trevor, you got to think, when was the last time that guy touched his penis?
Yeah. I mean, I always think about that. That's the first thing that comes to mind is, because as you know, like all of us around here, we are regulars at the gym and also we are regulars at restaurants and pubs. Mm-hmm. So we do end up using public restrooms fairly regularly. And I would say my statistic, anecdotal statistic, is 8 out of 10 guys going into the restroom are actually using the restroom. Sometimes actually a cubicle, so I don't know what's going on there. And they walk straight out without washing their hands.
It's probably dirtier to touch all the shit in the restroom than it is to just walk out.
That's why I wash first and at last, because I want my royal penis to be clean, Your Highness.
So is that your experience when you watch people coming out of the
I don't watch people.
I don't stand in the bathroom and watch them go.
No, I'm just saying you can subliminally see what people are doing. I'm acutely aware that people.
You ever sneak a peek?
No, never.
You're standing at a urinal.
No. I listen.
See what they're working with.
My eyes are very focused on what I'm busy on, and I'm certainly not
just staring
deviating
at your own dick the whole time,
left or right. But certainly, I'm.
You sure you never just?
I do wash my hands.
How about accidentally?
Never.
Now we were talking. You're getting a massage pretty soon, huh? You looking for recommendations?
No, so I've been. For some reason, I'm developing a very sore neck.
Yeah.
When I don't know, maybe I'm pushing, I'm maybe pushing my weights a little bit too hard. And I think when I do that, I'm using the neck and the top.
Maybe it's because you're craning your head to stare at people while they go to the bathroom.
Maybe, but I'm looking for recommendation on a sports massage person. And the sports massage people that I've had in the past have all been men.
Yeah. You always have a man.
Well, if I'm going to like a spa, and if I get a spa, then I don't mind. Then I absolutely request a woman.
Okay.
But when I'm having a sports massage done, meaning I have an injury that I'm feeling needs to be worked on, I've always found I'm not specifically looking for a man.
Has it ever moved around? You know what I'm saying? You
ever
got hard?
No. Let me say that if I did that.
You wouldn't admit it right now?
I would not admit it. I have never had a hard-on when a guy has touched me. I actually have the opposite effect.
But wait, let me ask you, not even like just move around, like roll over and say hi, like not even a little bit movement.
If that happened to me, one, I would be too embarrassed to say yes.
Would it make you question everything you know
but
about yourself?
It would destroy me. I would need to go into therapy for a very long time.
Really? Yeah. Getting a hard on from a dude would make you go to therapy for a long time?
There's nothing that I find even remotely attractive and appealing. A man just...
Yeah, but I'm thinking, you're face down. He's getting deep in the glutes, getting up in there. And it hasn't just been like, have you ever been worried? Have you ever been laying there and it didn't get hard, but you were like, oh, God, please don't get hard because then I'm gay. Please don't get hard.
I have worried sometimes when she's like 35 massaging me and I'm thinking to myself,
The women, as long as you don't do anything inappropriate, I think they're used to it. I think it's every massage. I think that's just normal.
Yeah.
But you have to be, like, you can't be a fucking creepo, but you just be like, it is what it is. I'm sorry. But you're a female giving a male a massage. I think they can assume that that's probably going to happen.
So do you have any recommendations on a sports massage?
I've never had a massage from a man because I'm scared of what would happen. So...
so you don't trust yourself?
Hell no. What I'm scared of is that I'll figure out that like I've wasted my whole life being straight, and I would have been so happy if I just would have succumbed to the temptation.
My sister gifted Amanda and myself a Thai style massage. It was not from a Thai lady.
Yeah.
It was a dirty hippie. So, and when you get past the dirty hippiness of the experience, it was probably one of the better massages that I've had as far as like days and a week after feeling pretty great. Yeah, it was.
Where was it?
At my house.
Oh, okay.
She mobile shows up at your place. It wasn't I've never heard of a Thai. I mean, I've heard of Thai massage, never looked into it. It wasn't stereotypical muscle massage. It's a lot of she poses you, like you go limp.
Oh, okay.
And then she like puts your body in pretzels and like just weird configurations.
And it stretches you?
Stretches it out.
Oh, that's awesome.
And like opens up things, hips and shoulders. And some of it was borderline painful. But the oils she was using really pissed me off because I smelled like Egyptian musk for like 4 days. And then when it was over, she went into a deal about emotions, which I can kind of buy into. So like, I believe when you're stressed, you can hold that in your muscles and your skeleton, right? And so when you're undoing some of these things, I feel like emotional stress can be released. She took it a couple steps too far to go into kind of therapy sort of, and like, how do you feel? And is there anything you want to talk about or get off your chest? And I'm like, no, let's get this wrapped up. I'm going to go wash off the Egyptian musk.
I did tell you that there was one massage that I had that had 3 women massaging me at one time. I did tell you
the 6 hands.
The 6 hands.
Wow.
That was the most messed up, but one of the most memorable experiences I've had. These were Thai women though,
story.
Or Filipino.
No, we're not getting this whole story.
No, you're getting the whole story. There were 3 women. They were kneeling.
Women, as far as you know.
Women, as far as I know. Yeah, Thai women. And
I mean, that's enough for me.
But no. This was. They oil you up. There's a lot of oil on it, which is different from I think the ones the sports massage that I'm talking about. But there's a lot of oil, and then they just kind of move their hands around. And it was pretty amazing. I'm
looking for a masseuse. I would like to positively manifest and say that this is going to happen soon, but I'm actually pretty disheartened. I would like a female masseuse to do a sports massage in a spa environment, and I just don't think that exists. I want the part of like the relaxation, the dim light, the music, the scents, almost I don't want to say sensual, but there's something about a massage, like certain types of massages that you're in and out of sleep, and it's not just going to like physical therapy and having a guy be like, I don't want to but I don't know if it exists, man.
So I can give you a place, but it's expensive and very far away. But if you ever find yourself in West Palm, the Breakers Hotel Spa is the best one I've ever been to. I woke up before a Dave Matthews concert like 5-6 years ago, even longer than that, and I slept on my neck wrong. And my neck was killing me, and I was like this. And I went in there and shoot just for 2 hours. It's the beautiful thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the Breakers, so it's gorgeous. Like the best linen, super soft, heated. Like the table is heated. She just worked on my neck for an hour and a half, and it was fan-fucking-tastic. Anytime I find myself in West Palm, I try to get there.
Yeah.
So I recommend that place. Otherwise, I'm with you. Like I can't find a place, and that appeals to me also. Something that's like the Thai that you were talking about, where they really stretch you, but it's also in an environment like that, and it's not a rub and tug, and like that's fucking hard to find.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, any massage place is you got to do your scouting to make sure, it's not a rub and tug. One time I got a recommendation from a female lawyer for a foot, because I also dig foot massages. And I'm going to try that new sauna place actually on the corner of I-4 and Fairbanks at some point. But before I get to that, I got a recommendation from a female lawyer, middle-aged female lawyer. She was like, best foot massage is at this place over in the Colonial Town Center next to Barnes & Noble. I go there with Linda. Nobody's in there. And I walk in, and the lady walks out, and she goes, I was with Linda. She goes, oh, we don't have any openings today. And she like walked back in. I go, that's a rub and tug. The attorney I know said, like, if you walk in with your wife or whatever, they don't think that you're there for rub and tug. They always make up an excuse like that and leave. And I was just like, okay, from now on, I need to like vet these places, unless they have the obvious names, like Jade Dragon or something like that. Like that, you can figure out.
Yeah.
But I mean, this one was called like Joyfoot. It was like a normal name, but it was clearly something going on.
I had an injured trap muscle in college when I was bodybuilding. Had 2 workout buds simultaneous at the same time. I went to the doctor. The doctor prescribed me sports massage at a legit, open like physical therapy place. One of my workout buds was like, he wasn't really the sharpest crown,
the brightest bulb in the chandelier.
And he's like, I really need to go get a massage. And he was pretty sheltered from like Alabama or something like that. And he walked into a rub and tug and had no idea what was going on. And at the end, they got pissed at him and threw his ass out because he didn't want to do the tug part.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's never gone that far, but I could tell, like, you can get the gist if you eyeball a place or look up their reviews nowadays.
Pretty sure if they have massage stickers on their windows and it's in a shady part of town.
Yeah, true.
Like,
that too. Yeah.
I'd say that the foot massage, though, for me has been one of the most relaxing, comforting, and after experience.
Let me ask you about that.
Fantastic.
Because that's a famous bit from a movie. Would you get a foot massage from a man?
Never had one from a man, but
something different about it, right?
I'd say that's a no-go for me.
Yeah, it's something different, isn't it?
I don't know. It's very sensual.
It is.
It is very sensual. They are, first they wash your feet and you go through that whole process of, kind of getting your feet all hygienic and moisturized, lubed up, and then they have quite a.
It's funny when PR says lubed up,
and it is I find it to be very sensual. So super relaxing. I don't know. Is it? I don't think I've even gone to a place and I've even seen a man, as an option with the foot massages. It's kind of only.
I've seen it, but never had. Obviously, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll have a.
I've had it a few times at the airports. In the kind of the lounges, it's an option, and there they've asked me, would you like
man or woman?
Man or woman, and I've, it's been.
You should look them right in the eye and go, I want a man.
Man up, baby. The Intuitive Muse and I were not gifted, but treated to feet massages at
God, y'all got people giving you massages like crazy. You guys are fucking popular.
It was over in Thornton.
Okay.
Across from Old Wildside, whatever the fuck it is now.
I've been there. Heavenly is what it's called. I've been there multiple times.
It was all right. That was the only time I've had a strictly foot massage. It really just left me wanting a full massage.
Really?
Like it was such a long process just to do the feet. I was like, well, if I'm gonna get in a outfit and do all these things, like let's give me the full meal deal.
I mean,
and they just did the feet, and I'm just like, eh.
When I have full massages, I really just tell them to concentrate on the feet. Anyway, that's like what I need the most, and they don't like doing it. The new place I'm interested to try is on the corner of Fairbanks and I-4. It used to be Skycraft.
Yeah.
Now it's a sauna, like a membership where they do massages, and on their menu is foot. And then, so I'm picturing a day where I can go there, foot massage, hop in the sauna, and come home.
This is interesting because in previous mentions,
yes,
you're embarrassed of your feet.
Well, I mean, I'm paying. It's services rendered. I'm hiring somebody to do it. They can look at them all they want. But it's, my toes are pretty.
Is that because of running or?
No, it's because I've told the story, I think. But when I was 12, I grew like 6 inches in a matter of months, like to my current height, and 6 foot. And I was weighed maybe 120 pounds. So I was very thin and tall and lanky looking. And my feet were big, so I was very self-conscious about the way my feet looked. So I told my mother that my shoe size was a little smaller than it was supposed to be at the wrong time in my development, because my 4 toes are permanently clawed.
You know what they say about guys with big feet, eh?
Big hands.
Big shoes.
Big shoes.
Yeah, there you go. See?
I found a chick that I liked over here at Spa Via next to Booyah.
I've never been. Is it good?
Yeah, it's decent. A little bit more expensive. So it's like
actually next to Booyah.
Booyah.
I have actually been there once. So
I feel like it's a higher end massage envy.
Yeah, that's what they're going for.
And I dig it. I think they have better scents. You get to pick scents. You get to switch scents.
Yeah.
They let me plug in my own music.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
That is fucking rad.
So yeah, I made my own, I'm a music guy, playlist guy. I made my own playlist. Yeah. It's great. I actually got what do you call it? I'm infamous over there. The chicks would want to give me the massage because I have the best playlist.
Oh, cool.
And after
you do have good playlists.
When I'm done, they're like, I really enjoyed the playlist.
Yeah.
So found this chick, there's been
Herbie Hancock fluting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
There were 2 chicks over there. One left, and obviously, like any kind of service industry deal, they don't tell you where they go.
Yeah.
So flip to another chick. Amazing. Probably the best massage that I've ever had. She's studying different things. She told me she was, I can't remember exactly what, but studying in college and able to work on, not massage cadavers, but whatever she's going to school
they're
for.
Dummies or whatever.
No, like real cadavers. So that she can understand.
Jesus.
Like they peel skin off and stuff, and she can see where nerves and things are.
All right.
So she knows how to work on nerves, and so she's fully immersed. She had to go because although the best massage, head to toe, amazing foot massage, she'd always massage my feet and then massage my face and head.
Oh, after?
And my feet weren't really clean before. I would come in with flip-flops and be like, let's go. And that.
But don't they do the whole, the bathe your feet? And,
not really.
No, not in like a full body massage. They just take a towel sometimes and just kind of wipe them off. But yeah, that's the wrong order.
Yeah,
I agree.
Have you had a joint massage?
No.
Like were you and Amanda sitting in the same room? A massage?
Yeah, a couple's massage.
Yeah, a couple.
What did you think he was talking about?
Well, first I thought you were talking about smoking a doob.
No.
And
a joint massage.
Joint massage.
And then my brain went to well, how the fuck did they get inside the joint? But then when
yeah.
But that's probably just a cultural difference from.
Yeah. So couples, have you?
Yeah. A couple couples.
Couple couples.
We did one at Spavia, and we did one in Mexico. Mexico was interesting because I think I broke my foot. We took a trip to Mexico during COVID. It was great. We left Orlando with my sister, and I started rock and roll tequila partying the minute that we got to MCO. I can't remember. We stopped in Miami and went to Mexico, and like shots everywhere. When you get to Mexico, there's just fucking tequila.
Oh yeah,
there.
there's just tequila everywhere. Yeah.
So like, get off the plane, tequila. Get outside the terminal, tequila.
All right, let's stop saying tequila.
My family was
hanging in there, dude. But we gotta stop.
My family was there, extended family. An uncle and then some like married in uncles were like tequila. We get to the resort, or they had rent. It's a compound, not like resort, but anyway, not unimportant. I had intentionally worn a swimming suit from Orlando, and was claiming that I was going to go immediately jump in the ocean when we get there. So I didn't realize there was a red flag out for the water and the tide, and I got fucking drug out and slammed against some rocks. I think it broke my foot. Signed up. What?
It was
I broke my
definitely
foot.
broken. Yes.
So signed up for a massage to take care of my thrashed body. It was a couples massage, and it was in a open air pavilion.
Oh yeah, like a cabana.
Yeah, on the beach.
Oh,
and they told us to strip down and get under the deal, like while people could just
hell yeah,
see.
why not?
No, I was in.
Yeah, I was like, I'm in.
During the massage, I felt my masseuse doing some very odd stuff. Have you ever had a Reiki massage? Know of Reiki?
No, tell me.
So Reiki is energy work, where it's not necessarily touch, although this massage involved touch, but you can go get a straight up Reiki massage, and it's somebody, it's very metaphysical and hippy dippy, where they're working your chakras and stuff. I think that they're like anything in that realm. I do think that there is some truth to it, but I think 99% of the practitioners are full of fucking shit and just trying to make a buck, right? But this lady didn't tell me she was going to do Reiki. I could feel heat and energy, and at the end I was like, "Did you do Reiki?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Oh,
and
all right,
felt good. It was an okay massage. I was in a lot of pain because of my foot, black and blue, and whatever.
Jesus. Well, I mean, that sounds pretty rad, being out on a cabana with the ocean and getting a massage naked. Sounds pretty fucking cool to me.
I've never had a couples massage, and I must say that I've always declined the offer. I find it as, time. I would like that time to be my personal time.
No, it's because you get a fucking raging
No,
boner
it's
every
not.
time.
You want one-on-one time with your masseuse.
Yeah,
I just like
not your wife.
Listen, man, we're all friends here. PR.
I don't want other people to be, and so I've always declined that. Whenever you go to on vacation, you go to the spa together, and you got to sign up, and there's couples, and I'm like, no, I'll have my own.
So when I was younger, bodybuilding, college stuff, I would go back to Kansas to visit, and usually my mom knows I'm into body and everything. She would always gift me a massage. Signs me up with a lady. My dad claimed the lady was the best Swedish masseuse. This lady looked like a Swedish masseuse, like out of a fucking cartoon or something, like built like a door frame.
A red cross on her.
Blonde pulled back hair, just bulky. And I'm like, cool, let's go for it. And it was great. It was actually, now that I think about it, it's probably one of the greatest. Like, she was getting in there, not dark, not bright. It was perfect. She's working. I'm face down. Her hip is in between the headrest and my head and my shoulder, and she's getting in there and cuts the biggest fart.
Oh my God.
Love it.
And like, she's grinding and like while I was sitting there, I was trying to hold my laughter.
But it may have just been the all the massage.
No.
Squelching.
No,
against-
it literally was.
I
her
think
ass.
you know the difference between a fart and
But
that fucking.
so
VR.
post fart experience, I'm
Is there
sitting
any
there.
Smell?
No. Post fart experience, I'm sitting there going, oh, like that's why she was grunting the whole time. Like she's holding back gas while she's trying to put her all into my muscles.
Oh God,
That must be a really embarrassing moment for you
I
and
don't
her.
know. It's natural.
Yeah.
If you now that you
I'm the guy that says you should fart in front of your significant other, and
Yeah.
you guys think it's
so
gross.
if somebody farted now, like with that experience, you go for a massage, would you say anything now, or would you just kind of have a
No.
quiet grin?
Yeah, no, because I know if you're going into that scenario, they're not sick and typically I've never had a sick and twisted masseuse. They're like, and I get 2-hour massages. That's a long time to hold in a fart. Like if it happens accidentally, they're not sitting there like crop dusting me on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never happened to me,
never happened to me.
but I do 2 hours. I try to do 2 hours.
It's a long time. Even like sometimes I feel bad because like if they're healthy, most masseuses are into this stuff. They're probably slamming water.
Oh yeah.
2 hours is a long time to hold a piss too, and like that's got to be difficult.
Yeah. I've never done a 2 hour, man. 1 hour is the max
That's
that
it
I
for
go
you?
for. No, I get bored very quickly, and I would say that would take me. I must say when I'm the first like 30 minutes, I'm already like feeling, I wonder, and you can't look at your watch or anything, right? So I'm kind of thinking, oh my gosh.
That's pretty much the only
I'm-
time I'd go close to meditation.
Yeah, you're supposed to tap
I'm
out.
I'm seeing visions. Like I can like see with my eyes closed after a while in the massage. I'm fading in and out of sleep. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I do.
It's like
I do
part of
kind
the
of
good
fade
part
that.
about it. That's why I don't want it so hard most of the time. I want it to be like a light, gentle massage where I'm like really zoning out.
So when you do for example, you do your manicure or pedicure, do you do like the express, or do you say, give me the full 1 hour?
Full package.
Yeah.
If you're
I've
gonna
never
do
done
something,
that.
you might as well
I'm
fucking
due
do
too,
it.
man.
I
got
only
cuticle
do.
shit going
I
on
only
right
do like give me the 15-minute, man. I'll pay you for the 30 minutes for the
No,
manicure.
no. I want the
but I
whole
don't want
deal.
to.
now. The whole shebang.
Wherever I go, I want you show me what is the best service that you can provide. How relaxed can I feel? How good can I look?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it.
interesting. I want to get in and out of there, man, as quickly as I can.
I think that defeats the purpose.
Well, I want my hands to look good.
No, he wants them to look good.
I want it to look good, but I don't need the other
Function
stuff.
over form,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't want the other stuff, and I'm just wasting my time there. And so, and the same with massage. What they do for me in an hour, and the foot massages. I've only done 15-minute massages on my feet. I really don't see the benefit of going for 30 minutes, for example. I
I could
just
sit there all day with my feet, man.
call it.
Get at it.
I'm curious to maybe dive into this a little deeper, not just massages, but in life. Like when I go to the gym, I'm working out 3 hours a day now. Like I don't a half hour. Are you fucking kidding me? That didn't do dick.
I do. Yeah, mine's only a half hour. I have
Yeah.
a circuit. I go fast and I get the fuck out of there.
I'm
'cause
there
I
for an
hate
hour and-
working out.
An hour and 15 minutes. It's
Hour and 15,
yeah. It's 45 minutes. Typically 45 minutes on the treadmill.
and then 45 minutes of coffee dates.
No, 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, where are you slamming in all this social stuff? That
No,
you're
no
doing at the
social
gym?
at all.
All the chicks, man.
Zero social. No. Zero social. I really do 30 minutes of the kind of the weights.
Mm-hmm.
I don't enjoy weights though. I really feel that I'm kind of torturing myself by being there. I'm putting
Yes.
myself but I'm doing it because people have said to me, as you age, you need to do more and more muscle.
Yes.
You should go to the gym with me one day.
Just
and-
don't ride with them because
and-
apparently you'll be there half the fucking day.
and do
That's maniac behavior.
and do my workout, and then we can come talk about it.
3 hours. That is
Jesus.
that will be the
I'm
longest.
not
I've
joking.
ever-
I'm at the gym. I am at the gym for 30 minutes. 15 of it is working out. Then 10 minutes is in the sauna, and I'm out. And
Okay.
it gives me this sinewy look that you see here before you today.
That is a sinewy look.
Yeah.
But no, I'm very, and I would say that I'm very seldom do I do less than an hour and 15 minutes. But I know the time I'm kind of and because I know it so well, I know how many sets of each thing I need to do. And I'm out.
I made a gym mistake the other day. So
You fart?
No, I fart all the time in the gym. I love crop dusting
ripping it.
people. It's my favorite
Ripping
thing.
ass.
Yeah. So years ago, because I am a social butterfly, I decided that when I go to the gym, I'm not going to say peep to fucking anybody.
Yes.
Because it sucks you in. If somebody new comes in the door, they're going to interrupt what you're doing, interrupt your flow. So I went cold, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I put on not necessarily a mean face, but just not an inviting face.
Yes.
I was having a good day. It was an off day, and an off day really means I go and do 90 minutes of treadmill. I watch a movie. I'm a little bit more lighthearted. A guy that I've seen there a couple of times had gotten a pretty transformational haircut. I'm into hair, barbershop, all that shit. So I was like, I'll say something. I had also seen something recently, read something, you should create small talk because it opens more doors. And I'm like, all right, today I'm going to create small talk in this moment. And I go up and go, nice haircut, man. And he goes, thanks for noticing. And then proceeds to tell me that he's an Uber driver. He saw a cop car parked illegally, went to make a complaint at the station. Another cop heard the complaint, called him a fucking asshole. He made a complaint about that cop. And was doing all this paperwork, and I'm seriously fucking 30 minutes later, I'm like, why did I compliment this guy on his hair? And I'm like, all right, going back to just fucking thumbs up and doing my thing, man.
I'm really bad with judging, and I was in the gym this morning, and I judge people very harshly when they are not working out and when they are having a bit of a jabber. I just can't understand why would you go to a gym, particularly in the morning, right? When it's kind of early morning, what are you doing there? Standing around talking to, I would imagine, a complete stranger, somebody you don't really know, and having a chat. And then I'm on the treadmill for normally it's 45 minutes, right? So I'm kind of looking at them thinking, shouldn't you be working out? And then I kind of look the other part of the gym, and then my eye goes back down thinking, God, are you still having a chat? And so I judged them really badly. So you would have been on my radar on that particular day thinking, what on earth are you doing?
Well, you know what I do? I judge dorks that judge people for talking at the gym. So now I'm judging you. Now that's what you've done to me.
I'm like, what? But I don't understand. What's the logic?
Well, so
It's everybody wants to belong. Everybody wants
socializing.
friends. What do you mean?
For me, in that, after I thought about it, I was letting my subconscious, my intuition kick in. Haircut. I have cards in the business card area at the gym. I was thinking that was, even though by transformational, I don't mean good. He went from below shoulders to a really shortcut, and it looked like dog shit. And so I'm thinking client. Like, let's get him into my shop and give him a
dude who's working out. And you can tell by looking at him, has is wearing Lulu shit, and has their shit together, has that's potential client for your barbershop.
I should have known better. This guy's like straight out of the 80s.
Oh yeah.
When his hair was long, it was intentionally like suicide blonde, and he wears those really bad old school Oakleys.
Oh my God, the blades
while he works out.
Oh my God, inside.
Whether it's sunny or cloudy outside, he wears the blades.
People wearing sunglasses inside is just the fucking nerdiest shit I've ever seen in my life. Bunch of dorks.
Says you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I think it is time. I think we have a girthy.
Holy shit! Damn, dude, flew by. This is good.
It's time for Mother Licking Funkler Nuggets.
We got some nuggets now. I know, right? It went by fast.
Let's start with PR today, man.
PR, what you got, brother?
Hey, I did a few things this week, I must say. So the first thing is, I haven't been to Ravenous Pig for ages. For some reason, it's not been on our radar. I can't say why.
I haven't been in a while either.
I think that place fucking sucks.
So I think, to me, the food is excellent. The actual waiters are great, but they fall into a category of restaurant. We may have talked about this in the podcast already.
You've mentioned it. I think you mentioned that they're intentionally jerks for a reason.
Continue.
So I had a meeting to go to, and so there must have been about 5 or 6 of us at the meeting, and the service was very good. there was one guy basically serving our table. He was very attentive. He was there all the time. I planned to be there just for the duration of the meeting, which was an hour. I ended up overstaying my stay simply because the service was good. The guy was there. I was drinking beer at the time. Continue to make sure that we were well nourished.
Beer? You were drinking beer there?
Yeah.
Were you drinking one of theirs?
Yeah.
Which beer is good?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
which one? That's what I'm
I
asking.
think it was just a lager.
You're giving a recommendation here. You
No,
host a
yeah.
podcast where we talk about local food. You don't know what.
No, the beer.
What beer you
I
got?
must say that the lager. It was a Ravenous Pig lager.
Okay.
When I drank there, I really liked their 5 Points IPA. They had a blonde ale. I think it's blonde ale that was really good.
Cool.
Coffee blonde. It had
Ooh,
it was a
really?
it's a foxtail collaboration,
collabo.
and that was pretty fucking good.
All right.
So those were options, but I prefer to drink a lager. I absolutely don't like an IPA, and it was very good. So that's why I say I actually stayed and had a few more than. So I would highly recommend their
What'd you eat?
their lagers. So we didn't eat really, but we got their pretzels. Have you had their pretzels?
Maybe.
So we sat outside.
Mhm.
So we had their pretzels are really good.
Oh, nice.
It's those very large, kind of doughy,
Mhm.
nice gooey
Yeah.
with a nice dip. So that's what we had.
Little beer cheese action.
And sorry,
Beer cheese action.
no,
Or was it
like
mustard?
It was mustard.
Okay.
Yeah, but it really worked well with
Nice.
the beer. I've also went to Modest Wine. I haven't been to Modest Wine for a very long time.
Love Modest Wine.
So
That
I
place is
got
fun.
I
that
got
place
a
is great.
raging welcome when I
I like that place.
So we got it was really good, and I also ended up having it was a warm. It's obviously very warm at the moment, so I decided to have a white wine.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle is very good choosing wine for you, so he chose us a Spanish Sauvignon Blanc, which was exceptional and was really nice.
Nice.
And then I decided, that it would be remiss of me if I didn't pop over to say hi to my friend.
Best damn trivia show in Central Florida, baby. It was packed that night
Yeah, it
too.
was
We had
packed.
34 teams that night.
It was packed. It was really nice to go there. I also got a huge welcome.
I was gonna say you got a good reception there.
Yeah,
I thought a celebrity walked in or something.
Yeah.
Everybody was cheering, and I was like, "Oh, it's just PR."
It was really nice. I think the last time I was actually out anywhere in those spots was when Trevor was out drinking. So that was last year.
The owner
sometime.
Donald had mentioned before you got there that he hadn't seen you, and he thought that you were mad at him or something.
So I did. It was so nice to see old friends for a long time, and Nick obviously does a fantastic job with trivia. So it was nice to go out there, and then interestingly, last night had dinner at Otto's.
Otto's High Dive.
Otto's High Dive, which
you
is
like?
kind of which is so here's the thing with the food. I thought the food was and I don't want to be overly critical, but I'd say it's average. It's a Cuban restaurant, right?
Mhm.
I wouldn't say it's exceptional by any stretch. I had the pork. It was and they have a very nice sticky rice. So if you I like the sticky rice.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed the sticky rice. The pork was pretty juicy, but I'm not sure how Cuban that pork was. My son had the moyo chicken,
Mm-hmm.
which he seemed to enjoy.
Mojo.
Mojo.
Thank you. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I thought it was like the name of it was some weird name.
Yeah, he called it mojo. He said mojo. I said to him, I corrected him and thought
And you said moyo?
I said to him, it's moyo.
So you're both wrong. I mean, mojo's closer than moyo.
Mojo. So he had that and he seemed to enjoy it. And then we had a really nice dessert. I'm trying to think what it was, but the dessert was good. But the dining experience was, I would say, average. Nothing.
How many did you have in your party?
4 of us.
Okay.
What was really good though is I really like the restaurant.
Mhm.
So just
It's beautiful.
it's a beautiful
The
restaurant.
decor is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the restaurant.
What cocktail did you have?
Sorry,
What cocktail did you have?
I had a mojito, and
A mojito?
Mojito?
That did
not-
That did not
Mojito?
look like a mojito.
it did. What was it?
They have a lot of really awesome signature drinks.
They do.
Yeah, it
but
was
that didn't look
I think
like a
we've
mojito.
talked about
It was a
autos
mojito.
before.
At least
but
that's not what the photo you sent us looked like.
No,
Yeah.
it
looked
I'm
very
pretty
good.
Sure. It was like a passion. It was a passion. According to them,
Passion fruit
it's a passion
mojito?
fruit mojito. That's what they said it would be,
Mm.
which was good. But here and their waitresses are they definitely have waitresses that are 9 out of 10 kind of ratings if on a scale of waitresses.
As far as
in terms of looks.
skill set,
Looks.
No, in terms of looks, they were
They
definitely
young though, man.
they I mean young, good-looking waitresses, which I think is a very good thing to do to have at a restaurant, right? So I'd say that overall, my experience, I would go back. I would go back
for
Yeah.
the waitresses.
I would go back
for the 18-year-old
for
waitresses.
the entire look
Hopefully.
and feel of the experience was good. It was a good experience. The food wasn't bad, but it was not an exceptional dining
I
experience.
mean, I can disagree. I do enjoy the food. I wouldn't say exceptional, but I would say very good.
You'd go back.
And I go back all the time. I love that place. I love the oysters are great, and the signature drinks are excellent. What I'd say, and I may have said it on the podcast before, if you go with only 2 people, you need to lie in your reservation and say 3, because if you say 2, there are these 2 terrible, terrible tables right when you walk in the front that you get stuck with if you have a party of
next
2.
to the bathroom.
Right next to the bathroom. And I sat there one time. I go, I will never.
Where
So you say when you
where
go
can,
in?
you can peek in the bathroom
You can
and see if
see
people
to
are
the
the
left?
watching.
fucking bathroom.
Okay.
Like you walk straight in, it dead ends into these 2 terrible tables.
And you can peek in the bathroom and see if people actually wash their hands.
yeah,
or
there
not.
you go. Full circle there, baby. But anyway, I always sit at the bar, or we lie about the amount of people so we can get one of the bigger tables.
Yeah, I will definitely go back to Otto's. Food experience is good, well priced. I did have the oysters, and the oysters were below average.
Well, it is fucking May, and it's not. It's tough to get good oysters in the summertime.
I'd have to say that my best oyster experience, and I have said this before on the podcast, is
Real fish.
Real Fish by a long margin.
You've been to Lee Rick's?
Sorry,
Have you been to Lee and Rick's?
no.
All right.
So I will. No, I'm just saying. I'm happy to try it as well. But I'd have to say that it is Real Fish. It's on their happy hour, which I found was pretty odd to have oysters on a happy hour. When we went for a birthday,
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was on a happy hour, very well priced. I think it was like 12 oysters for like, I don't know what it was, $8 or something.
DBA on Thursday nights now has 50-cent oysters, baby. And they
Okay.
are excellent. Just so everybody knows
Thought I
that.
tried.
too.
Yeah, that was my deal.
All right. Hey, real quick, I want to mention before you.
I got girth always.
Yeah, cap it
I'm
off.
always fucking partying.
I have 2 weeks left in my celibacy challenge.
Oh, so you're still doing it?
Yeah.
Good God.
I actually did. I'm doing it more than 40 days. I looked at the calendar and marked off more than
How you
40
doing?
days. So yeah, two more weeks.
Wow. Congrats.
Thanks.
That's a Funkler nugget right there for you.
Right?
Yeah.
The big girthy Funkler nugget.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
so if you were to have a massage though, whilst you're doing your celibacy, what would happen? Would you, because you I would imagine you are very easily arousable.
No, not at all.
At the moment. No?
I think after the first,
Yeah, I
because I've
agree
done
with
this
him.
before.
Yeah.
After the first week or two, it's really it's you have control of your body. You have control of you're in the zone.
that'd be the way I guess it'd go down.
of
is
like
after.
discipline, commitment.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Okay.
Well, rock and roll. So me, I raged as per usual. Tuesday, I went to a hardcore punk rap show for a band that is led by my server, Trey, at Fiddler's Green. The name of his band is Navi, and it was pretty rad. I can tell you that it's fucking weird now being a middle-aged man and going to shows because, like, they don't really play instruments anymore. I don't know if you're aware of this,
Yeah.
but basically they set up a laptop and sing and rap to a laptop. Now, he does have a drummer. So it was him, his laptop, and a drummer. But he has fantastic stage presence. Like the music is hardcore, but his stage presence is fucking fantastic. Like I pride myself on my ability to command a stage. I watch. I try to learn from people who are good at it. I'm always trying to hone my craft. This guy is over the top with stage presence. So it was a good time. Ed joined me, so we were half Funkler. We had a couple other people join us as well. We ate at Pizza first, so I know Ed's gonna have something to say about it. I enjoyed it. I don't really. I wouldn't choose to go to Pizza for reasons that we can discuss off the microphone, but we did go, and it to me the food was pretty good. That and then the hardcore show was pretty rad. How does he classify his band? Do you remember this?
It's like heavy metal meets Beastie Boys. It's trap heavy metal.
Yeah,
I guess you could say it.
Yeah. So think like kind of heavy metal, but kind of you can definitely see a Beastie Boys influence in the way he like rap sings. So interesting and cool. I didn't stay for the other two after that. I took off after his band took the stage. Wednesday, of course, trivia. We already talked about that. There's a lot of people, and that was a good show. Thursday, I went to Sato in Baldwin, which is part of that ownership group of Monroe and Reyes and Osprey, and now a new place called Sparrow, which I've not been to yet, and I don't even think it's open. They just painted the ground on the outside. But anyway, it was good. Sato's always like if you're not going for hardcore omakase or something, it's a good sushi spot.
I enjoy their sushi, and it's actually my favorite shirasi bowl. I sent you a picture of my my shirasi bowl. I'd say that Sato has my favorite shirasi bowl.
I like Sato's bimbop bap or
yes,
bibimbap.
The bimbop bap or whatever it's called.
That's pretty
bibimbap.
There you go. It is good, and they have a roll there called the Distinguished Gentleman that I love. It's oyster, it's lobster in the middle,
little wagyu
on top. Oh, it's good. So that roll's really the reason we go, and then we switch it up. We got the bimbap bowl or whatever. We've had that before. We've had the tuna flight. It's not going to be a place that you're talking about like Cadence or these Sosekis or Oni over here, but it's just good sushi.
It's a great evening out. Yeah, it's
I agree.
Really good food.
So Friday, I graduated from the leadership program, Winter Park Chamber of Commerce. Thank you very much. That was 9 months of doing that. The graduation, I can tell you, it was at the Alphon. It was in the room. I've been to a wedding in this room before, and the wedding was perfect to be there. It's the room that has the big open ceiling and the multicolored sculpture hanging. At the wedding I went to, it was pouring down rain. It was gorgeous. This was just the graduation. People spoke. We walked across the stage. What I was disappointed with, and they want us to fill out surveys constantly, and I'm going to write in the survey, I don't think it should be from 11:30 to 1:30. Like in the middle of the day, it was 1,000 degrees outside. We're all in suits. Like I'm not going to walk somewhere and go get drinks at 1:30 and hang out with my class. Like it needed to be later, I thought, to accommodate people going out for like a happy hour. Like I think a lot of people had to go back to fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Like 1:30 is so early. That's when it was done. So other than that, though, I found the program very rewarding, and I think it will serve me in the future to know people. I mean, I've met and become friends with some there, so that was cool. Which brings me to last night. So I am running a 7 or an 8 hangover right now. Last night was brutal. I went to Prado first. Friend of ours, Linda's and mine, invited us to dinner.
Is it your best friend?
He's not one of my best friends, but he's one of Linda's best friends. And we like when he goes because he'll go and wait and get the table, and then we just get to walk up and I don't have to wait. And Prado was delicious. We went out to go get drinks after that.
What did you eat at Prado?
So I got mustard spaghettini and the Diavolo pizza. The mustard spaghettini is the best thing on their menu. You have to get it every single time. And the pizza Diavolo is one of my favorites. And then we had other stuff for the table. We had the meatball. I had several old fashions. They were well made. That place usually does it right.
I'm still wanting to go. I think Trevor and I have to go together.
You got to do mustard spaghettini if you go. Have to, at least for the table and try.
Been, right?
To Prado?
Yeah.
We've been a bunch of times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I'm the only one then.
gotta
There you
get
go.
mustard spaghettini. It's delicious. I'm telling you. So after that, we went out. We went to Little Indies, and it was empty. I had a couple of drinks there. And then I went to Savoy. You ever been to
Really?
Savoy? Are you aware of what Savoy is, PR?
No.
Savoy
Tell me.
is a gay bar in College Park. Well, Ivanhoe-ish. Ivanhoe-ish.
By White Wolf, which
right
is
next
closing
door to
down.
White. Yeah, White Wolf. Well, it was bought by the people who own Shakers.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're doing with it, but it was sold. But yeah, I had never been to Savoy. This was a maniac experience being there. This was as close as you could get to the old school like nightclubs that I like when I was very young. You'd go to 18, 19, where it's kind of just a fucking free for all everywhere. Like I remember there's so many people on the dance floor and shit that you're like just crammed in. There's people dancing on fucking stages and shit. People not wearing any clothes dancing on stages and shit.
Full ween?
Ween.
Really?
Lots of ween. Yes. I was there with my wife. But, you know, you're not with your wife every moment that you're walking around. Like, I got recognized by somebody at trivia from across. They were like, Trivia Nick. I'm like, hey, what's going on? My wife's right over there. Hey, Lindo, can you wave? Like that type of deal.
That was a defensive move. You're
was.
trying to reassure
It was.
people.
It
Yeah,
was.
that's my wife.
Well, I'm usually extremely comfortable in those scenarios. I like parties like that because by and large, gay men like to fucking party. Like they know how to party still. It's kind of a lost art, I think. I love a good pub. I like chilling, but I also like to rage. And last night was fucking rage. They don't know how to make Jaeger bombs. I can tell you that. It was like your wine glass full of Jaeger each time. Oof. And then we were also doing like a lot of Jello shots. I was taking random shots. Like this was, let's put it this way. My Uber home, I had to have them stop so I could get out and throw up.
Call some dinosaurs.
Yeah. And he gave, then to end the story, the Uber driver hit my fucking rating, my star rating. I didn't
really?
in the car, and he didn't hit it that hard, but it went from a 4.98 to a 4.97. Yeah, so I know he gave me at least a 4-star. I tipped him the max. The app will only let you tip $50, so I tipped him $50. But
you still got a shitty review.
Yeah, so. And the thing is, I didn't think he was going to give me a shitty review. I'm like, Linda's in the car. I go, hey, man, you got to stop right now. Right now, just stop the car. Let me jump out. And I did. And he jumped out and was rubbing my back. He was like kind of being nurturing to me. I was like, oh, that guy was so fucking cool. And then I noticed he fucking hit me with a 4-star. At least it could have been. I ride Uber so often. It could have been a 1-star and it only affected a little bit. But it was less than 5, or it wouldn't have gone from 4.98 to 4.97. So,
I'd call that, based on the review process that I have to deal with the barbershop.
Yeah.
I would say you got a 1-star.
Yeah, that's what I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was a 1-star that knocked me from 4.98 to 4.97. But I mean,
well, it's only up from here.
It's only up. 4.97 is not bad, and I only Uber Black everywhere, and there's only like 15 drivers, so I know most of them by name. I represent one of them. Like I gave him my card one night, and I represent him now in a case. So I'm gonna be okay, but it sucked to get hit with that. And I thought he was gonna be cool, and I got out of the car. Like nothing happened in the car. So. Whatever, but that was my night last night. Savoy, if you are looking to rage and you're very comfortable
with ween
in your own skin, it is fucking rad. Like there's like multiple rooms. There's an outdoor for smokers, like where they can party. There's 3 or 4 different indoor bars. Everybody was super nice, super comfortable. There was nothing. I mean, there was dick flopping all over the place, but nobody was inappropriate that I saw, or to me, or to anybody.
I would say that having dicks flopping around would be definition of, in a public area, inappropriate.
It's not a public area; it's a private.
No, I'm saying,
bar.
but you're in the public's public's welcome.
Can you
in.
legally do that? Can you have a establishment and people
I
can
don't
have
think
their...
anybody called the police, so I think we're okay. But I mean, I'm not. It wasn't like a strip show, but basically they'd be dancing, and it was just like,
Without pants on.
And I'm not staring there watching the show. Like you're getting drinks, and I'm like, oh, there's another dick.
Were you impressed by any? Did you?
Let's say average sized manhood.
Average.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Interesting.
comfortable. I think you're upset. I think you'd be uncomfortable because you'd be afraid of getting a little movement.
I would be very
Downstairs.
uncomfortable if people were without pants on. It would just not be, I would consider that to be a public place.
Yeah.
If you're a private club and it's members only, or and you're being told that you're going into a spot, but if I just walked in with you for the first time and had to see men without any
PR,
pants,
nobody. I doubt. I would never be like, "Hey, PR, let's go to this happening new joint called Savoy," and not tell you what you're in store for.
No, yeah.
Like, and that's. I would never invite a friend who. Also, you don't know how people are going to react. Some people are comfortable with that. Some people are uncomfortable with that. I'm comfortable with it. I had a blast.
Did you know that what you were getting into when you?
I didn't know it was. I knew it would be a scenario. I didn't know it would be this scenario. But I mean, I went to law school in South Florida. From time to time, as groups, we'd go to these clubs, and I've seen more intense than this. But it was intense. I'll let you know. Probably you'd want to avoid it, PR. I'll tell you.
I'd be happy.
Field trip.
I mean, I'll go. I had a fucking blast, and it was comfortable. I've been to clubs before where the men, it's uncomfortable, where they're like hitting on you and shit, and you have to constantly be like, "I'm straight, hanging out, love you guys." So I'm just, not into it. Nothing happened. It was fucking rad.
So nobody hit on you.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I was with my wife, but still, no, nobody hit on me. It was pretty cool. And then, the only chicks there were Linda and the bartenders. Everybody else was a dude. But I had a really good time. I highly recommend, if you're comfortable, fucking give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that, we're winding up the Extreme Home Makeover edition of Motherfunkler.
There you go.
Thank you for tuning in. Oh my. Jesus.
Good seeing you guys today, man.
DJ Young and the Restless over here.
That's a good name.
I've said it a dozen times already.
I have said that's a good name a dozen times.
I'm sticking with it. All right, and the Prince of Misery. Thank you to the Wizard of Ed and the Intuitive Muse. If you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. We love hearing from our fellow Funklers. And if you see a picture, especially of Nick at Savoy, he is there partying. With full ween.
Flopping.
Good Lord.
Full bush.
Flopping. No bush.
Yeah, connect with us on social media for big things in the future. I hear we have some cool live broadcasts coming up. And
see you in the promised land?
Yeah. Drive fast, take chances.
There you go.
All right. Later, Gators.